This female prisoner is an outlier in the prison. She exercises constantly every day. When others are resting and chatting, she works hard to train her back muscles. When others are cooking porridge to relax, she takes the opportunity to exercise her arm strength. Even when it rains heavily outside, she insists on running 5 kilometers. However, she works so hard on fitness not to escape from prison, but to take revenge on her husband and bestie. It turns out that a year ago, the woman was just an ordinary housewife, but during a trip, her husband mysteriously disappeared, leaving behind a mess and a sharp knife. After that, the police immediately launched a search and found a huge insurance policy in her home. Her name was written as the beneficiary. This made the woman incredible, but because she could not explain the evidence, the woman was also sued in court and then imprisoned for murder. After losing her freedom, the woman could no longer care for her son, so she left him with her best friend, who also gave her husband's insurance money. However, just when she thought her best friend was a good person, she accidentally heard her son call out "Dad" during a phone call, and then the call was abruptly disconnected. No matter how she called back, no one answered. The woman then realized that everything was a conspiracy orchestrated by her husband and best friend to use her to defraud the insurance money and custody of her son. Upon learning the truth, the woman was devastated. But without evidence, she could only endure her anger. One day, she accidentally learned from a cellmate that the law prohibits a prisoner from being convicted twice for the same crime. This meant that if the woman had already been sentenced for murdering her husband, she would not be sentenced again after her release, even if she actually killed him. This knowledge gave the woman hope for life, and she began to exercise relentlessly, preparing for her revenge. 6 years later, thanks to her dedication, the judge finally granted her the opportunity for parole. As soon as she was released from prison, she drove to her best friend's house, but unexpectedly, her neighbor told her that her best friend had died in an accident 5 years ago, and her husband and son had moved elsewhere since then. But after hearing the bad news, the woman couldn't believe it, because she felt that her best friend's death must not be that simple.